In honor of the long-awaited release of Pikmin 4 on Nintendo Switch, which has now officially launched, I thought it'd be fun to break down every Pikmin crossover and reference that appears within the Animal Crossing franchise. So if you're a fan of Animal Crossing or Pikmin, be sure to leave a like on the video and let's jump in. Now, the first time Pikmin was referenced within the Animal Crossing universe was part of the Animal Crossing e-reader card collection as shown here. These cards could be scanned into Animal Crossing using an e-reader peripheral to obtain a special letter and official Pikmin pattern. This could then be used as wallpaper and carpets, on signboards, or even as clothing and umbrellas. It was pretty nice to see Nintendo include a reference to Pikmin alongside the likes of Mario and other Nintendo franchises. Once Animal Crossing Wild World released, we gained a few more Pikmin references. The first was an item called Pikmin, which is essentially an adorable Pikmin planter that was distributed as free DLC in Europe and Japan at DS download stations inside stores. Wild World also introduced Gulliver's UFO for the first time in the series, which is called the Porpoise 5000. A porpoise is a mammal similar to a dolphin and is said to be a reference to the SS Dolphin, which is of course the spaceship Olimar uses in the Pikmin franchise, so a nice little connection between spaceships. Things get even more awesome in Animal Crossing City Folk on Wii, as Nintendo include even more references to the Pikmin franchise in the form of Pikmin-themed items. Nintendo included the red Pikmin hat, simply known as Red Pikmin, in honor of the re-release of Pikmin 2 on Nintendo Wii. This was distributed as free DLC worldwide. However, the letter it arrived with in Europe and other PAL regions included another Pikmin reference, as the letter was actually from Olimar rather than Nintendo, placing Pikmin and Animal Crossing within the same universe, which is pretty cool. Nintendo continued to release a bunch of DLC items for City Folk, including the SS Dolphin, which as you know is Olimar's spaceship in Pikmin and inspired the name of Gulliver's UFO. Unlike the red Pikmin, this was only distributed in the US. Unfortunately, these were the only Pikmin items officially released in City Folk, although the game's code does include some unreleased Pikmin items, including the Pikmin planter from Wild World, the yellow Pikmin and blue Pikmin hats, and a shiny blue Pikmin hat. These unreleased Pikmin items were never officially distributed, but do exist in the game, so can be unlocked by other means. Moving on, Animal Crossing New Leaf includes the most Pikmin references than probably any other game. All of the previous Pikmin items, including the Pikmin, red Pikmin, blue Pikmin, yellow Pikmin, and the SS Dolphin, return to Animal Crossing in New Leaf as fortune cookie prizes. What's more is when each of these Pikmin items were obtained, the corresponding fortunes reference the Pikmin games and their abilities, which is pretty awesome. Animal Crossing New Leaf was full of crossovers and references, and the Pikmin references didn't stop there. If you cut down trees with a silver axe in New Leaf, you can find special tree stump designs. And you guessed it, one of the tree stump designs you could find was the flower logo for the Pikmin series. And that wasn't the only obscure reference. Once the Welcome Amiibo update was released for New Leaf, the Wii U Game Shelf item became available, and if you look closely, you can actually see the Pikmin 3 box art was used on one of the games amongst many other Nintendo titles. Anyway, if that wasn't enough for you, Nintendo also released several official Pikmin patterns for Animal Crossing New Leaf, including special standee designs. This screenshot shows a Pikmin-inspired room in Animal Crossing decorated with some of the Pikmin designs. The final reference in Animal Crossing New Leaf to the Pikmin series was a special Pikmin-themed house that was distributed to the Happy Home Showcase in Europe. This was a feature where if you passed another 3DS or connect to a special Wi-Fi zone, other players' houses would appear in the showcase area of Main Street. Similar to the Pikmin-themed room earlier, this house was decorated entirely for the Pikmin franchise by Nintendo themselves, with each room referencing a different type of Pikmin, another great way to obtain the official Pikmin patterns in New Leaf. So there we have it, the Animal Crossing franchise has a surprising amount of Pikmin references. Unfortunately, none of them were carried over to New Horizons, at least from what I've seen. However, you can scan the New Leaf QR codes for the Pikmin designs using Nintendo Switch Online to transfer the designs to New Horizons. Of course, if you do know of any others, be sure to comment them below and let us know which Pikmin reference is your favourite. I'd love to know. Thank you of course to the patrons and channel members. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.